I am Lori Corgatelli, and we're going to be starting a running club here with Snake River this year. So I wanted to share with you some plans for the future of that, and hopefully we gather a group of young people, and then you can come up with your ideas for what you would want your club to be. So I started running when I was 15 years old. I was just going into my sophomore year at Idaho Falls High School. I'd heard of cross country the year before. There was a girl at the junior high that it was the end of October, and they announced on the intercom at school a congratulations to her because she'd made it to state with the high school cross country team. And ninth grade was separate from the high school, so that was the first time I had ever heard of cross country. So then I decided to do it the next year. So that summer when I was 15, I started running. Now I had been active as a kid, but I had never just gone out and run for the exercise of running, besides an occasional time with friends going to see how fast we could go around the track or something. So I started running that summer, and then I competed in cross country throughout the rest of my high school years. I've run pretty much my whole adult life, maybe a couple times a week throughout all the years. For 5 years, I coached Taylorview, the cross country, and then the distance runners at the track for a year. My whole family runs. My husband and I met for the first time on the bus to state cross country. He was a runner for Skyline, and although I had not qualified for state, we were all going to cheer for the fastest girl on our team who had qualified. And then all my kids ran cross country, many of them competing at the state level because IF high schools had a very competitive team lately. So I'm wondering if any of you students who might be interested in the club have any background in running. A good background in running is if you've played soccer. So probably the top girl at Skyline right now was a soccer player, and her dad talked her into trying cross country. Pretty sure she's been a state champion for a couple years. She holds the state record, I think, in the 2 mile. So she's running for Skyline now. But running really isn't all about, being a champion, going to state, being the fastest. A lot of running is just for enjoyment. It's for feeling physically fit. It's for your health. It feels good to get out there, do something that other people think is hard, accomplish it, maybe set goals. Taking care of your physical health, feeling stronger. Running is a good way to help your body be able to tackle other challenges in life. Something comes up and you're more able to do it, whether it's a hard day of physical work because there's a big job that needs to be done, or maybe something fun like going on a big hike with a scout group or something like that. So some plans or goals that we could set for our club would be, first of all, to encourage each other in our running. And so we could do that once we gather a group together by sending each other band messages, having some type of little social media update when we go for a workout, and could post it and say, like, what route we ran or how many miles it was and how we felt. And then when somebody else posts something like that, you can tell them that they did a good job. It can be fun to post pictures of places that you've run. One fun way to do that is if you have a GPS tracker on your phone or on a watch, that it can track your routes, and then you can upload that on social media And it can be kind of fun over the time to see that you ran a certain route when you were camping, or you ran a certain route when you were on vacation. And so then over the months and years, you can accumulate runs from other states as well, kind of on your personal profile. So some of those social media things are fun to include with your running. Let me share a screen with you, talking about encouraging each other in running. There certainly could be a portion of people who are very much beginner runners. So the idea of going for a run is like, well, if I head out the door, I'm just going to be like panting and gasping for air in 2 minutes. So how do I become a runner? There's all sorts of websites and apps also, but I'm going to share a website with you first. See if I can pull that up. Okay. So I'm going to share this next. Let me share my whole screen with you. That might work better, because it's not sharing. Okay, let's try to share the screen. And let's see if that pulls that up and shares it. Does not say that it is sharing. Let's try that again. Okay, it looks like we're sharing the screen now. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of how to start off training. This is called website's called Run for Good, and it has like an 8-week beginner 5K training schedule. So 5K, 5 kilometers, is 3.1 miles. It's a common race distance for when you're not on a track, when you're just at somewhere in the community. And on this website, they have other ways to start. This particular training regimen would be like, if you're in shape enough to go out and like jog for 5 minutes and then walk for 1 minute. It's like you don't have quite the endurance to just continually go, but you have some endurance. But they also have a 30-day beginner, a 4-week training schedule to get you up to being able to run 2 miles. We have other little faster training schedules. Here's an example of how you could tackle early training, and I'll tell you some about how you could adjust it, and then we'll also talk about an app that works you through beginning to run. So it shows you here, week 1, day 1. It says 5/1 times 5. And then it explains it to you. 5 minutes run, 1 minute walk, and then you do that 5 times for a total of 30 minutes. So definitely adjustment would be if you can't run 5 minutes without needing to stop to rest, then you could really scale it down. You could run for 1 minute and walk for 1 minute. And you just keep alternating that for a total of 30 minutes. And you would be amazed how quickly you would move up to being able to run for 2 minutes, and then being able to run for 3 minutes, and then 4, and then 5. So that would be a way to scale this to meet more of a total beginner. They have day 2 being resting. Day 3 being the same thing you did on day 1. 5 minutes run, 1 minute walk. Total of 30 minutes. 40 to 45 minutes of cross training for day 4. That just means do something else that's active. Like go out and ride your bike, or go for a brisk walk. Go swimming with friends, play tennis. Maybe you have to mow the lawn. You could count mowing the lawn for cross training if it's a push mower. Okay, so then it just walks you through the rest of the week. Rest, run 6 minutes, 1 minute rest, or 1 minute walk. Do that 5 times. And then day 7, rest or go for a walk. So it's going to take you through your different weeks of training. By the time you're done training, you're supposed to be able to run for a whole 5K, 3.1 miles, without needing to stop to walk. And the encouragement there is that sometimes people's goal is, I want to run a 5K and I don't want to walk. And there's nothing wrong with signing up for and running a 5K and walking. A lot of people are there walking. In fact, a lot of people walk the whole thing. I'm going to share another website with you. A lot of community 5K races are done as fundraisers for charities. So this is one that takes place in Idaho Falls at Thanksgiving time. It's called Race to Feed the Hungry. And so everybody's lined up to race. And it takes place near Thanksgiving. It might even be on Thanksgiving Day in the morning. So they set up a course that they've measured out. It's in Idaho Falls. It starts at Freeman Park. You run your 5K. That'll take somewhere between, for most people, somewhere between 25 and 40 minutes. Now, fast high school runners that are competing and like going to state and so forth, they're going to can maybe run it in 18 to 20 minutes. I've never run a 5K that fast. But just letting you know that there's a lot of community events, runs, and I thought another fun thing our club could do would be to volunteer at a 5K that's for a charity. Hand out water at a water station, help hand out the registration packets and get people's race numbers on, or sit at a turn in the course and help people go the right way. That could also be a fun activity for our club to do and have exposure to a 5K and what doing a 5K would be like. So that's a few ideas for our running club. And so I guess my main goals for us is for us to encourage each other in our running. We could learn about training. It's not just like running and walking, but we can learn about other ways to get our bodies stronger, learn about stretches that help you avoid injury. Then another goal was volunteering at a charity 5K. And then the last one is running a 5K together. Or different people, since you guys are from all around the state, different people could sign up for something that's local for them, even if we can't all be together. Maybe some of us could be. So welcome to Running Club, and give me some feedback if you would like to get involved. So I'm Lori Corgatelli, and I'm one of the mentors. So you can get on the school website, and then you can email me and let me know that you'd like to get started with Running Club. So I'm going to stop sharing the rest of the screen and say goodbye to you guys. So get back to me about running. And I will also post some updates, maybe even to the newsletter, and see if we can get a group together to do something in October or November, like doing a 5K. Thank you.